So I'm Yasmina Sultanbawa and I'm the Director for Centre for Nutrition and Food Sciences and the Director for the ARC Training Centre for Uniquely Australian Foods. This project is extremely important because we have developed native food value chains across Northern Australia, and this is the next stage of our research where we really do a native food ledger where we can tell the authenticity of the products, the provenance, and also the important narrative of connecting the Western science with the traditional knowledge. We will be collecting all the digital information, so we're going to digitize this value chain, and there's nothing like this in this space, so we would be a global first. Traceability and provenance is something that I've always been interested in, and I was so happy when the government knew that this was important to support the Indigenous communities in really developing this so that they have a voice in trade, so that they are recognized for this important crops that they produce, and we are giving it the platform that it deserves when it goes to the market. Technologies like this where we develop ledgers, trade becomes much easier because we've done all the right things and according to a set of guidelines. So we are very happy to have communities that we have worked with for over 10 years joining us in this journey, and this is the next stage. So this is putting Australia on the map for us.
So my name is Madonna Thompson. I'm a member of the Jagera, Yugambeh and Gidabal people, and I'm working with and a part of Nyanda Life, which does cultural educational tours and native bush food, specialises in particularly ecosystems and traditional ecological knowledge. And we talked about the need to shape the culture of this market online particularly moving forward, and to create equity in terms of accessibility and visibility of Indigenous businesses, whilst provenancing and protecting the authenticity of those communities that wild harvest and where these ingredients that we are commonly using now actually come from. It's not a new industry for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander communities. It's just that everybody else is now seeing the commercial and economic viability of it. If we allow that to continue to take the lead, then what it does is it leaves behind those Indigenous communities that are really pivotal to increasing awareness as to how important Indigenous bush foods are. There were three primary principles that came out of Indigenous businesses' desires. Was provenance, understanding where these ingredients come from, respecting culturally that those ingredients to those communities actually have cultural values attached to them, that they are also, when being used or borrowed to enhance someone else's commercial viability of their products, that there is a respect, and that there's also benefit sharing that goes back to those communities for lending that cultural authenticity to other people's products in terms of marketing. And the third one is ensuring that there is economic value for Indigenous businesses and communities that can be enabled to upscale and expand to meet demand as that demand increases. We need to make sure that the information that's captured, that feeds into the interface, is information that communities and Indigenous business can in fact easily acquire and upload. So by using an app, it meant that it made it accessible to wherever people are anywhere in the country, so that people that want to buy from that community could see that that community is harvesting that product, how that product is being processed, and even follow the journey of that product to the actual jam or relish that sits on a retail shelf in Brisbane.
I'm Warwick Powell. I'm a chairman and founder of Smart Trade Networks, a software development company headquartered here in Brisbane. I think that the digitalisation of Australian agriculture, particularly in areas where provenance value is central to the long-term competitive value proposition, is a hugely important step as we move into the 21st century. It's actually to take what we know is fantastic about the raw material and show that to the world, and show it in a way that resonates with the expectations of today's buyers and consumers in terms of the quality of the information that they're getting and the technologies that are carrying that information.